Yeah, the mighty AI is everywhere.
Hi everyone, my name is Pavlo Fedikovic. I'm head of communications at Kitcast, and this is a new episode of Kitcast Talks. Today's guest is Josh Darlington from This Guys. Hi Josh.
Hi, Pablo. Thanks for having me.
The topic of our talk is immersive experiences. Josh specializes in location-based immersive experiences. My first question, how are audience expectations changing when it comes to location-based digital experiences?
Good. Yes, good question to start with. Audience expectations, I think, are evolving really quickly, especially
Mhm.
among younger demographics. Gen Z, your Gen Alpha, they've grown up in very digital worlds. So I think now they're craving like the real world experiences that feel just as immersive, and interactive. So there's a real shift, I think, happening. And instead of spending time online, they want to spend, time with these moments in real life and bring them back online through social content. And it's a big experience for brands and experience designers as well. And we've seen this play out
Mhm.
in quite a few major projects as well. So Blink Cincinnati Lighted Art Festival, for instance, we help transform cities into immersive canvases for audiences to explore through large scale projections that brought art and tech together, into livable experience, but allowing visitors to rediscover the city in a totally different way. And it's a great example of where we're trying to teach and marry both interaction, with experience using kind of cutting edge technology mixed with the creative minds that can
Mhm.
help bring these experiences to life. And it's now setting the standard. So active participation has superseded passive viewership. And visitors want more than spectacle these days. They want to feel connected. There's a lot of feeling and emotion involved in these experiences.
Talking about another big thing today, AI. How are AI and immersive experience converging? What would you say? What would be the next phase for AI in immersive?
Yeah, the mighty AI is everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's definitely in this industry as well. And I think it's going to be, yeah, one of the most transformative forces easily in immersive experiences over the next few years. It will be the spotlight for the industry. And we're investing heavily in it as well. Our innovation director, Peter Kirkup, is laser focused on exactly how it can be applied, and not just the content generation, but to making experiences adaptive, and scalable as well. And we're actively weaving AI into our own R&D and pipeline at Disguise. So it can be from automating workflows to enabling real-time content decisions, primarily driven by audience interaction. So imagine a show that shifts in real time based on audience reactions or environments that adapt dynamically depending on how people move
Mm,
through them. So we're already quite close to that. But look at a venue like the Sphere. The infrastructure
mm,
for dynamic storytelling is already there. And with AI, the next step is personalization. So making each person's experience slightly different based on data, context, behavior. It's not science fiction anymore, AI. We're moving toward experiences that do think and feel and respond. And AI is definitely the key to unlocking that future.
Where would you say AV pros that are doing static for right now, what they should focus on if they want to transition into the immersive?
Sure. I would say, yeah, great question from a practical standpoint. Start with curiosity and collaboration. I think are
Mhm.
two key tenets that we live and breathe in Disguise. And there's tools out there, so platforms like ourselves, Notch, real-time engines like Unreal, they're making it easy to blend AV with creative storytelling. But of course, it isn't just about tech. It's about thinking in terms of emotion and experience as well. And again, I'm weaving it with some examples that we've got in our world, but good example would be, turning a stadium into a complete venue experience for
Mhm.
fans. Is a good example of taking that journey from static to immersive. And instead of just putting a couple of new screens up, in stadiums, they should actually be looking at um, the technology and how they enhance the entire fan journey, from the moment a fan walks in right through
Mhm.
how they interact with content during the game. So we've helped design stadium environments that respond, adapt, truly immerse fans in the energy of the event. So for AV pros, the move to immersive, I think, starts with asking, how can I make people feel something?
Mhm.
I think very much leads with emotion, and the creative storytelling throughout these experiences. And how can I work alongside creatives and start small, experiment with real time tools, and work with technologists. And I think that's where the future's headed. There's so many events, open events that people can be joining, and also online webinars for ourselves and many others in the industry that tell this
Mhm.
story and break out the true journey of how to make something static to immersive, all the way through from emotion to technology and everything in between.
Thank you very much for this talk.
All the best. Thanks, Pablo.